Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am reviewing the amazing, beautiful Paradise collection that looks like this. It's 4 of them. You guys are getting 4 looks. This video is very lengthy, I'm sorry, but I had to give it to you all. I had to give you everything. So I won't waste your time talking about things that no one cares about, and we'll get right into the video. Also, make sure you wait to the end because at the end I give you guys my thoughts and the details on this palette. So you know what I'm saying? Alright then, bye. Alright you guys, so I already primed my eyes with the Plouise base and I put some tape. Alright you guys, so I'm taking this color called Rose Finch, which is a true magenta, and I'm putting this one right here. Now when I was creating this look, I was like, this looks really familiar, and I already created this look before in another one of my videos, and it was the Sugar Pill versus Makeup Geek shadows. So they're exactly the same, but you know what, it's with a different like company, a different brand, so I hope that's okay. Like, I don't know, I've had a crazy week, you guys. My tire popped, my cat ran away, and we lost my debit card, so you know what I'm saying. Just bear with me. So I'm just putting the shadow right here, and as you guys saw in the palette, it didn't have any kickback. Now I'm taking this color called Passion Fruit. I'm putting this one right here, and all of these colors are really like super pigmented and pretty. I could tell you already that I really like them already because I already did the 3 looks. This is my final look. I've been filming for 3 days, you guys. Like, it's been a process. Daffodil. See, now I started like going on YouTube and making sure I pronounce like the words right. So like I went to go check how to say daffodil because I know I said it wrong in my last tutorial, and so many people were correcting me, which thank you guys. But like I get so like insecure about saying certain words because I can't say them, so now I go on YouTube and I like look them up just to make sure that I'm saying them right. So yeah, we're putting daffodil. This one right here had some kickback, not too much, but it's definitely there. I'm just going back and blending passion fruit. So I am reading off of the description. They have like the color descriptions on here, and passion fruit is a blood orange, so it's not really like a true orange. Now I'm taking kiwi, which is a beautiful green, and I'm placing this one right here. I'm blending it inwards with daffodil. And I'm going in with blue bell. When I first saw that color, I was thinking blue balls, and I was like, that is so inappropriate of me, but like I'm sorry. And I'm placing this color right here up like this. This one is so pretty, and now I have no fallout on my face either, so that's a good thing. And these are blending really nice, and they're sticking to my base, so that's a good thing as well, and they're very pigmented. Go back in with the green and make sure that it's like there and it doesn't get lost. Now I'm taking this blue, and it's called Mako. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but it's okay. I'm placing this blue right here on the outer portion of the eye, just a little bit. Again, I promise I'll have all of the brushes that I use linked down below. And just like this. This is so pretty. Now I'm taking Honeyberry, which is a purple. There's not really much fallout. I'm going to start placing this one right here and bringing it inwards just a little bit. I'm gonna cut my crease either way, just like that. Alright you guys, I'm gonna take this color Peacock. It's like a purple shimmer. And I think what I'm gonna do to try to make it different from the other look that I did is I'm gonna create like this negative space, kind of like my last look. That way my last look doesn't look like, or this look doesn't look like that other look. I don't want them to look the same. Alright, I'm gonna wet this shimmer so I could see how it looks intensified, you know what I'm saying? If I seem off, it is because I am off. I've just been having like a really weird week, like I said, and it's just like, man, like I want to have this video up for you guys, you know? Then I'm gonna go back in with that purple because this area looks really weird, and just blend everything together. But so far so good. I really like this. I really like the colors in this palette. I think they go well together. Alright, now I'm taking Macau, and I'm putting this right here in my waterline. Again, I'm sorry if I creep you out with all the shadow that I use. Again, my eyes are never like, they just never been like sensitive, so like my eyes can take a lot of shadow without it getting like really watery. It might not be good for my eyesight, but like I've always done it, so I'm sorry if I scare you. And I'm just gonna blend this out. Then I'm gonna take Honeyberry, which was the purple, and I'm gonna blend it down here just a little bit. I try to use all the colors in the palette, and I didn't use all of them obviously, but most of them. just so you guys can get a feel of the whole entire palette. Okay, let's chat. So there was no like fallout on my face. I went and I added some lashes. These are from Dede lashes, I believe. I'm not sure what style, but I'll like put it on the side. And then I went and added my inner corner star, and then I like put some highlight. So overall this look was really nice. I think the only one that had fallout was like the yellow. It was a little dusty, not too much. All of these had minimal fallout, and some of them didn't, but overall the look came out so pretty, and these shadows are like super pigmented. I have 3 more looks to show you guys that I did with the other 3 palettes, so I really hope that you guys enjoy them. All right, y'all, so we are starting off with the Blossom Passion. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That was so rude. Okay, I'm starting off with the Blossom Passion palette, and this is like the one that has like all the reds and the pinks and the fuchsias. I started off with the color called Desire, which was a deep fuchsia shadow, and then I went ahead and I took a Red Rose, and I've added it to like the outer and inner portion of the eyes. I believe Red Rose is a true red. I'm reading off of the description from the website because they have like the shadow description on that, which I thought was really cool, because you guys know I am so dumb sometimes, and I don't know how to describe color sometimes. You know, I love color, but I just don't know how to describe it. And then I went ahead and I added Love, which was described as a bright fuchsia, and I put this one all over, like on top of Desire, to basically like blow everything out and just make it look really nice, and have obviously a transition shade. I really like, overall all these shadows in this palette were really nice. It had minimal fallout. I believe the only one that had like a little bit of fallout was Desire, but not too much. And then I went ahead and I took Desire again and I added that as a liner. And then I took this really, I believe it's described as a light pink shimmer. It's called, I don't want to butcher the name, you guys, so I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I get dragged all the time for saying like things wrong. So you know what, I'm just not going to say it. I know how to say this one. This one's called the Eros, and this one is a rosy pink metallic. This one was my favorite out of the palette. I just thought it was really, really pretty. And so I added it next to the really light pink shimmer, so it could create like a really pretty gradient. I wanted to make sure that I used all the shimmers in the palette just so you guys can get a feel of them. So then I took Beauty, which is not a metallic. It's actually a hot pink satin. And I put that one right next to Eros, just again because I really wanted a really nice gradient. The metallics in this one, you do definitely have to wet them, I feel, because alone, not that they lack, but it's just I rather wet them a little bit more, because they do intensify everything. And then I went back with the pencil and then my blending brush just to make sure that everything was nice and clean. Overall, this was one of my favorite palettes out of all the 4 because of like the pinks and just how intense and pigmented this palette was. So I hope that you guys enjoy this look, and we'll get right into the next one. Alright, so moving on with the purple palette, which is called the Paradise Fallen palette, and this one has pretty much like your purples and your violets and all that good stuff. So I'm taking this shadow called Eve, which is described as a violet blue on the website. I'm putting this right into the crease with a Morphe E17 brush, and then I'm taking the color called Dusk, which had no kickback, as you guys can see, and Dusk is described as an orchid purple, and I put this one above Eve just so it can create like a really nice gradient, and it could basically blend everything out. As you guys see, I'm pretty much having like no issues with these shadows. They were really nice. And then I took Shadow, which is a deep navy blue. Now please be careful with the shadow, because as you guys can see, the inner portion of my eye, like I added too much of it. It was super pigmented. The good thing is that the formula of these shadows are really nice, that you could blend everything out. So I really like, thank God for that, because I went like 2 in with this shadow. And then I put those shadows on my waterline. And then I took this shadow called, or the shimmer called Moon Glow, which is is described as an icy silver metallic. I took it with my finger and then a wet brush. And then I went back with shadow and I blended the inner and outer portion of this halo eye. And then I took a little bit of dust so it could create like a really nice gradient. Again, all these brushes will be linked down below. I promise. I know I always forget, but I swear. And this is the final look. And you guys know I hate purples, but this came out really pretty. So Yeah, we'll move on to the next look. Okay, you guys, we are at the end of the road. Thank the Lord, thank the Lord. So now I'm taking the Classical Paradise palette, which was personally my favorite one out of all the four. You guys would think it would be the colorful one, but no, this one was my favorite. So I took the color Soil, which is described as a deep reddish brown, and I put it a little bit beneath my crease because I'm gonna be adding more shadows, and I kind of winged it out. And then I took this color called Clay, which Clay had it had a little bit of kickback. You guys couldn't see, but it just like it was pretty minimal, you know, it wasn't too much. And I put it above Clay, and Clay is described as a burgundy shadow. And again, I winged it out because I'm creating like this really cool like look right now. I really liked it. And then I took the shadow called Vegetation, which Vegetation was one of my favorite shadows from the palette because it was so beautiful. It looked like a carrot, you know, like the color of the carrots. It's described as a burnt orange though, and I placed this above, I believe, Clay. And then I took Maize, I hope I said that right, which was a warm yellow because it's not really like a bright yellow. I mean, it looks like a bright yellow, it could be a bright little yellow, but it's really not. And then I took this really small like slanted brush. It's an art brush from Michaels, and I created like a wing, and then I took the shadow like in to my eye, and I left that really small negative space right there that you guys see. I'm gonna clean it up later on, but I left it there. I used to do these looks a lot. You guys can see them on my Instagram page. They were some of my favorites. I was gonna create like a double cut crease, but I was like, nah, that's boring. So then I took this color called Sunflower, which Sunflower is described as a light yellow golden metallic, and I went in with my finger first, and then I went in with a flat wet brush. This was beautiful. Like I really like those yellow metallic shadows because I feel like they go with every like look. And then I went back and I cleaned that little negative space, and pretty much that was it for this look. This one was a little bit more like complex, but it's one of my favorites. And that is the completed look. Overall, this palette was beautiful, highly pigmented, blended really nice, and I hope that you guys like it. I'm trying to mat down this pimple because Lord. Alright, you guys, so some details and my thoughts on these palettes. So the company is called Ace Beauty. They do ship worldwide. I can never say that word. And they are also black owned, which I believe is amazing. We in this household support POC. They're also cruelty free. So they created this collection called the Paradise Collection, and my friend Rachel was one of like the creative development graphic designs person, and I think that's really awesome. So I really want to post like her pictures on here because she's amazing, and she was pretty much like, you know, responsible for the color scheme of these palettes, or like she helped with them too. Check her out. I'll leave her Instagram down below so that you guys can go and follow her if you guys want. So you could buy each palette individually, and they retail for $34.99, and each palette contains 12 shadows, and the net weight for each of them is 19.2 grams, 0.68 ounces. By the way, I do have like my notes sitting here because I want to make sure that I tell you guys everything. And you could also purchase the bundle deal, which all 4 palettes come in, and that retails for $114. But you can also get the whole bundle and the PR box, like the one that I got, for $124, and I'm gonna show you the PR box right now. So this is the PR box right here, and it just has like the floral, you know, the paradise theme. And then you open it up and it has all 4 palettes in here like this. If you want to pay a little extra, the PR box will be yours. So I want to throw up some videos and some swatches of these palettes. You guys already know how I feel about swatches. I don't really care for them. I care for how they perform on the eye. I'm going to say that in every video. Now each palette you will see has a different theme, and or basically like a different color scheme. It has its own color scheme. The first one that I use is the Slice of Paradise palette, which is like your rainbow palette, and it contains like yellows, greens, purples, blues, your oranges, and it's just a beautiful palette. It does only have 2 metallics, which was the green and the purple. The next palette that I used was the Blossom Passion palette, and this one has like your pinks, your fuchsias, your red. It has 2 shimmers and 1 satin in it. The next palette that I used was the Paradise Fallen palette, which was like the all purple palette. This one has like your purples, your violet, your grays, and then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers in it. And last but not least was the Classical Paradise palette, which has your burgundy reds, your burnt orange, your yellows, your shimmery golds, or shimmery yellow golds. This one has 5 metallics and then the rest are matte. Now each palette does come with a mirror, so that's really good. All right, do I recommend them? Of course I do. They're amazing. They blended really nice. I had no issues with them other than like a little bit of kickback, because you guys already know I don't like being wasteful. $34 for 12 shadows is not bad. Also, I want to mention that Rachel has a code that gets you 10% off. I'll put her name right here and it's all in caps. Now another little detail that I forgot to mention that I really like, it's small but it was like super important because you guys know I suck at describing colors. The company actually has like a full description on their website of all the colors in the palette, so I just thought that was really helpful. And I just like want to support more indie brands, and indie brands are doing what a lot of big brands are doing, and that's coming out with colors like these. Like these were all perfectly set up. Like I just really recommend them. Like I think they're amazing. And then also, like, you know, if you want a purple shadow, you have your purple palette. If they were just all well put together, it's like these big brands gotta step it up, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I am so happy with these palettes, and a shout out to Ace Beauty because you guys did that, and Rachel, you're amazing and talented and I love you, my good friend. And yeah, you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was long, I'm sorry, but I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.